up, Mayhem Fam? Welcome to the very first episode of Mayhem on the Course. I am your host, Madam Mayhem, and today I'm joined by my very good friend, Tiffany Munoz.
Hey, Sam.
Hello, Tiff. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
How you be doing?
Good. Excited for your show. Congrats.
Yes, I'm glad you're on it. You're
First episode.
the perfect person to help me get through the jitters.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Let's talk about what's new in the local disc golf community first. So,
Okay.
like local courses and clubs that we're hitting up and what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. So we're in Austin, right? We're in the Austin area. You and I are both in North Austin. So
Yes.
traveling to the South Austin courses.
It's a chore sometimes.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer, but there's still some really great courses.
What's your favorite South course that you would travel for?
That I would travel for?
Like, not a hesitation, really. You're like, okay, I'll go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Flying Armadillo is generally
that's
where I'm.
South,
That's
yeah.
not even in Austin, right?
Like,
We're
I'm
past.
dedicated. I'm going fast.
But the Flying Armadillo is just so
It
fun. It's such a good course to play the putt course also.
Yeah.
I really loved it when we could camp out there. That was a lot of fun.
They did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Setting the whole thing up.
Yeah, it's a great course. Coming closer back into Austin, right? But staying south. Circle C is just awesome.
Oh, I forget about that one.
I just think it's so pretty.
It is.
Again, a little bit further though.
Except hole 18. I could do without hole 18.
Yeah, it gets you.
I'm always so tired. And
Yeah,
then you get there and you're like, this is hole 18?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
How much?
You come
longer?
into the like tunnel of death trees.
Yes.
And anyways, yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, we need to make a trip out there.
Yeah.
Though. It's been a while.
So besides Circle C.
Yeah. I think Roy G has probably been the one I've been making it.
That's my favorite for sure.
Yeah. I'm usually down to travel if somebody says let's go play Roy.
Yeah.
I have not played the smaller course.
Either. And I was like, shame on us.
Yes.
Because I've heard nothing but good
I've heard
things.
nothing but good things.
Yeah.
And like shout out to those that like have helped build that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've heard it's awesome.
Yeah. It definitely, I like the whole remodel complete. I mean,
yeah,
it still has the Roy G feel, like the OG, but it's doable.
Yeah.
Like it's just short enough now that I'm like, I'm not dying.
Yeah. You remember when the pros came into town and they were all at Roy G during their practice round? So for the Open at Austin back in, what was that, March?
Yes. I think it's March.
Yeah.
This year's flying by.
Yeah. So when all the pros were in town, everyone would see him at Roy G. And I'm like, oh, that's good. I hope they had good memories.
I know.
Right? I hope they think of Austin fondly.
It's a really pretty course.
Yeah.
Like Circle C. It's really pretty. You don't really remember you're in Austin. You kind of get lost in it.
Yeah.
And it's challenging enough that.
Yeah.
Okay, so working our way back up.
Working our way
back north.
Zilker is perfect for everybody, right? All skill levels.
Exactly.
So that one's so easy to like host any kind of mini, host any kind of league, lots of minis. Yeah. So even like ladies groups are always fun to do at Zilker.
Yes.
Like it's a nice course.
Absolutely.
Parking gets a little tough nowadays.
Yeah, that is the trickiest part. But you're in Austin and it's in a beautiful park.
Yeah, so you're downtown. Happy
like a legendary park. Zilker's known for everything. So.
Right.
And then let's see. So Zilker, that's like Austin. Now we're getting more into North Austin, like Pflugerville.
Suburbs. Yeah.
Hitting Wells Branch.
Hitting up Wells Branch.
Same thing, Zilker.
Always. Yep. Always get a group of anyone to play, at Wells Branch, and it's a fun time. I would love to open like a tiny little restaurant, bar, sandwich shop
perfect
right there and like get some to-go beers kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wells is awesome. I just played Northtown yesterday in Pflugerville.
I do love Northtown.
A lot of fun, really pretty, just that really lush green.
Yes.
Very nice.
And again, enough challenge that it definitely
there's
isn't just a walkthrough if you're
agreed. Yeah, definitely. That one can get a little long.
It can. I was about to say, if you're not the most skilled player, though, it's definitely even. We've been playing for like 4 years.
Yeah,
5 years. No, it'll be 5 in October because this is the 5th. That's always my marker. Wells Branch Women's Open.
Oh, okay. That's how you remember that's a good way because every time somebody asks, I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, nope. I just remember I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the 5th October. So about October will be 5 years. But still, Norristown can take my lunch money.
Yeah, man, 5 years ago. So we had a big group of women start playing at that time.
We did. We've chilled out a bit, but yeah, at first we were the Undead Queens.
Yeah,
and then we switched to the ATX Queens of Disc and had
that's who we are now. Yes.
Yep. And yeah, we've definitely seen our growth, and it's so cool to see. I love seeing the growth of each of the women we've played with.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, we've all come a long ways.
Yeah.
And we all know that playing with women has helped that more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I can't believe it's been 5 years.
I know.
And yeah, there was just the sport in general feels like it's really exploded, right? Around the world. We've seen that boom. And to be a part of that, we all started playing the sport different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like small, you'd see women in really small numbers and very infrequently.
Yeah.
And so now when you see us like as a league or like show up for like a league night,
there's like a pride.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Like, yeah, get it.
It's so good. And oh my God, when we see like a woman playing with her, her dude or something on the course and we're all there together, we're like, oh my God, we need to know you.
Yeah,
we need to
always grab them.
Meet you.
Yeah. Okay, wait, back to courses though.
Okay, sorry.
I forgot we steered. No, you're good.
North Austin.
Yeah, and we said Northtown and Wells Branch. So that leaves like Cat Hollow, which used to be like your home course.
Used to be my home course.
Love that one.
Beautiful. Drains well. It's a gorgeous course.
Yeah. It doesn't get as muddy it's definitely a good one for when we get the rain.
Yeah. Doesn't see a lot of tournament action.
It really doesn't.
I guess that's okay. It's a little rocky. It's a little...
Yeah. There's a little bit more elevation compared to like local.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
where do we go?
Cat Hollow. Oh, OSP.
Yeah, Old Settlers in Round Rock. Yeah.
Which is my home course.
Your home course.
I love that one.
Also usually catch the pros hanging out at Old Settlers when they're in town.
Great mix of some open and a lot of
that's a fun one.
Yeah. And then after that you go to just Wilco.
Yeah, Williamson County Park.
Mm-hmm.
Technically in Leander.
Yeah.
Right? Binbrook is in Leander.
Oh, yeah. And the new remodel, I haven't been able to play, but you have, right?
I've played Binbrook once. Yep. Took my lunch.
I've heard even the new remodel is no joke.
It's pretty tough. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then, there's some church courses around. Oh, yeah. Those are nice when we can get into those.
Is it Chapel Hill?
Yes, Chapel Hill Disc Golf Course.
Yeah, because I know Nathan Tucker does a bunch of stuff out there with his leagues. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Nathan. He does awesome leagues and little minis and is running some tournaments. I think that's probably the majority of the courses, right?
Yeah, I think so. At least the ones that we play, right? Yeah. I mean, I know that there are some. We've got putting leagues and stuff like that at places. Yeah. Oh, Sprinkle Valley.
Oh gosh, I can't believe.
Sorry, Mitt.
Yeah, no kidding. Sorry, Mitt.
One of the best. You also take our lunch.
Yeah,
that one's hard.
We don't. Yeah, it's blacked out because we just.
Yeah. Sprinkle Valley's amazing.
It is. It's beautiful, and it is awesome to have the brewery right there and the cute little pro shop where you can.
It's exactly how people talk about like designing a course, right? Absolutely. Halfway through, you walk through the brewery to get another one.
I feel like that should just be a staple.
That's awesome. Yeah. Like they really thought about it. I played one of the wildflower events.
Oh, that's right.
There at Sprinkle Valley. It was really early in the year, maybe January. So it was cold.
A little chilly.
It was cold. It's January, February, but it was cold. It was raining.
Yep. There you go. Never.
So, the memories of that one is more of like I got my butt kicked while I was hanging out with some really awesome women while I was doing an awesome tournament. It was
the
like
experience.
The whole experience. The course comes in.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have a course out that direction too. Like Manor. That's northeast Austin.
Yes.
It's nice to have a course.
And like you said, such a well planned one too. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Shout out to Mint. They know what they're doing.
Of course. And they've been the OG local company, so
legit.
I'm glad they have their own spot now and it can really watch them grow. We were talking about all the pros that play those courses, though. Let's talk about watching Watching the FPO, we prefer, well, I don't know, prefer, that's not a true statement. But I do enjoy watching the FPO slightly more than the MPO, just because it helps our expectations, maybe.
I really enjoy watching it live in general.
Mm-hmm.
I love tuning in for the women because you can see a lot of like those neck and neck battles.
Yes.
Obviously, I mean, Kristen has just been like running it, right? But the general like cast of characters for FPO, it makes a really good story.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of everything, right? You've got all kinds of personalities. You're not cheering against anyone, but sometimes you have
your little favorites.
Yeah, sometimes you're definitely like cheering more for
a certain one.
Kristen, Selena. Yeah. But you love them, right? And you love, so it's so much fun to watch. It's such a good group of women, and it's like I feel like it's just making this like really great like story and like the piece of time that we're in, you know. So I like watching the women. I can try to get those shots, right?
Right. It's a little more inspiring to us too, because it's like you said, like, oh gosh, we can aspire to make those shots.
Yeah.
Eventually one day we can have that distance.
Yeah. I can go to, you know, Roy G and I'm be like, all right, I need my Kona throws today, right?
For sure.
My standstill shot, like
my own putts.
Yes, right. I need like channel own. Like there's one hole at Cat Hollow that I'm always like, okay, Sarah Holcomb.
I was like,
get it low.
That's my inner.
Yes.
My inner. Yeah.
That's even time. Like your. Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
Forehand, I always am like, okay, Holcomb, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think even like in the grand scheme, this is gonna be like the good old days of public disc golf, right?
Yes.
Of televised disc golf. I know we missed out on like having a 4-digit PDGA number.
Right. We're not the OGs.
Right. Right. But that like televised, like there's still Paul Macbeth. There's still, you know, Paige Pierce. Like
absolutely.
So I love watching all of them. The women though, right? That's something that I'm like
closer to home.
Yeah. And like who's Ellie Ezra?
Yeah.
Like
See, I was about to say, speaking of like inspiring, the young ones that are coming up, like watch out.
Yeah.
They are about to blow the scene up.
I agree. It's so cool. And even like we have those around here, you know, remember watching like Aria Castrovita?
Yeah.
Her rookie year. It was so awesome. And so like watching our young ones. We had a young one. We have a young what is she? FJ
15?
10?
No. You're talking about Holland?
Yes, I'm thinking of Holland.
She's a little bit older. Maybe it's
FJ 12.
I don't know. Girl throws fabulous.
Yeah, and she's practically on tour with the Wildflower Tour.
Sponsored by Mint.
By Mint. Yep. Her dad's on the bag all the time. Shout out Martin.
Oh yeah, because great caddy.
Yeah.
Fantastic caddy. For the whole card.
Whole card, yeah. And generally just like a supporter of women's disc golf.
Yeah. Another local favorite youngster of mine is Colton Lawless.
Yes.
That kid is also just incredible. Colt 45, y'all. Check him out. He's got his own discs now, I believe. Like his own signature with Meridian.
It looks really good. His dad's on his bag.
Again, another fantastic
awesome supporters. Yep. Yeah, Colton has like that like athlete like mindset locked in, you know, and
he's dedicated.
Yeah, like, and you see it. I think he plays baseball also. Like you just see it, like that athlete brain going, and that's always cool to watch. You know,
it is. It's very cool.
You see him in there, like, you know, this isn't their prime. Like they're still climbing, and it's like, you're so much better than I am.
No kidding. You're proud, but at the same time, you're like, ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. Why do you have to be that good already? Why?
So, how cool will it be when we see them on TV?
Yeah.
Too? That'll be
no
great.
Kidding. You're like, I know that kid and remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to talk a little bit about other local clubs and stuff. We talked about local courses.
Yes.
Maybe touch on some local clubs, because we talked a little bit about the Queens. But there is kind of what we call the Wolf Pack, who is really blowing up the scene as well and making huge strides for the women's side of disc golf, like really representing and just showing what it means to
grow the
represent
sport.
for women and grow the sport. And like, I always get asked by guys because of the queens, like, hey, what is it going to take to get more women at my tournament? Well, follow the Wolfpack's lead, because everybody is so excited to play their tournaments. They always think of every little detail, very catering to women.
Absolutely.
And if you want women to show up, you're going to have to give us a clean bathroom or something, at least.
Something, like, a bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah, the Wolfpack has been, excuse me, the Wolfpack has been really phenomenal for the Austin area and for the Central Texas, for Texas.
Yeah, because now they're really bouncing around and expanding.
And so they're in their second year running tournaments, and they're all women. It's the Wildflower Disc Golf Tour. And it's local pro women who saw the need, right? We were hosting statewide tournaments, women only tournaments here in the Austin area, and they're
not
still
little, like,
right. And those were happening, you know, more than 2 years ago, and there still weren't bathrooms, or there still weren't water stations, you know. And so I feel like they saw this need and they
really stepped up.
Yeah. And these women have just done such a great job. It's spread through Texas now. They have them, you know, they host in the Dallas area, and that network just keeps growing. So they just keep getting more tournament directors, which is
inspiring awesome. More women too.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, I can be a tournament director. I can help grow the sport. I don't have to just be a professional player. There's other ways to contribute to disc golf. And
I mean, they brought the U.S. women's to Austin. Yes. How awesome is that? Like,
beyond awesome.
Once in a lifetime experience. It was so great. You know, the story goes that like Sprinkle Valley wasn't even built when they won the bid for U.S. women's. And it was like, okay, we're having a major, a PDGA major
we gotta
here.
Get this done.
We need to have a course.
Yeah.
And it's just such a great story. So huge, a lot of respect for those women. I really look up to those women. I just think that they've done a great job. And so
I could not agree more.
Super grateful for them putting on those events. Like, tournaments are just a different experience. And so to have it catered to women to like have that full on experience,
it means so much. Yep. Exactly.
Awesome. Yes.
Y'all have done fabulous.
Yeah.
And then there's another local lady I want to shout out, Destiny, because she's been running her putting leagues for a couple years now, right?
Yeah, she's with the I know she supports the Discraft Underground team, or she's a part of the Discraft Underground team. But she works with she works to organize the ladies putting league.
Yes.
There at Live Oak Brewery. So that's going to be over by the airport in Austin.
And Live Oak's a really great course too.
Yeah, that one's really fun.
Yeah.
That's where I played a lot of my U.S. women's
rounds at.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that ladies putting league at Live Oak is it's really gained momentum. It sounds like they have a great time.
Again, nothing but good feedback on that one.
Yeah, and it's just any opportunity to have us like come together to like do stuff and
support each other,
throw rounds together. Like it's really relaxing, and it's like a different energy that it's hard to get as an adult woman sometimes.
It is.
Yeah.
As you age, we all know it's harder to make adult friends.
Yeah.
And the disc golf community is fantastic.
Yeah, it's really great. It's been a good time.
Let's talk a little bit then about men versus like playing with men versus playing with women.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of our ladies started off playing with their boyfriends or their guy friends who were just like, give it a shot. But then we all found our women friends, and it really is a night and day experience.
It is. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of us started playing with like spouses, partners,
right?
Maybe brothers and dads, right? And it's awesome when, it's 3 of our throws to 1 of theirs.
Exactly.
And
it can be a little disheartening.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm coming. Yes, I'm on my way. And sorry, the only discs I have are the destroyers you gave me. doing the best I can.
The guys don't, no offense, guys, but you don't exactly know how our form and body and all that collaborates, and the fact that lightweight discs really do make a difference. And we don't need a 13 speed. We need like a 6 and 7 speed.
And so I feel like a bunch of us came with that beginning. And I remember playing around with my then boyfriend, and I saw 2 cards of women coming out of some holes, and I was like, what is this? And how do I find you?
Right.
And I must have been really obvious, because at some point one of them was like, hey, come out and play a league round with us. And that was
it Lala?
No, it was Renee.
Okay.
It was Renee running the women's league at the time. Shout out Renee Farr.
Yeah.
He just had a baby.
I was gonna say, just had a baby.
Congrats.
Yes.
And they were at Cat Hollow for that day for whatever reason, so they were still traveling. It was a traveling league at that time. And so seeing them, it was my first like exposure just to the women in general.
Right.
And we all met at Wells Branch Women's Open that year, right? And that was the first time that it was like, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the first time really playing with a bunch of women.
Women's only. That was the first real experience, like you said.
Yeah. So it's a different energy. It's a lot more, feels a lot more like teamwork, because you're really just learning from each other. Everyone, like there's just little bits of knowledge that you pick up from other women.
I could not agree more.
Yeah.
Could not agree more. Well, let's talk about some, we've kind of touched on tournaments and stuff like with the Wells Branch Women's Open, but since we're bringing that up, and it is coming up, I believe October 5th. I definitely should know since I'm helping to organize that, but pretty sure it's October 5th. In the 5th year, this is our 5th year. Holy cow moly. I cannot get over the fact that 5th year, what other, I mean, it's also...
Was that the first year that they ran that tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
The first year we played, that was the inaugural year.
Oh,
yes.
I did not know.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Wow. Okay,
I know.
cool.
That's why I'm always so proud of it. I'm like,
that is awesome. Yeah, so tell us what makes that tournament kind of special.
Besides the fact that it was the very first tournament we played in, and it was that first year, I feel like it's just the perfect course and the perfect setup for to get into to tournament life, or not life. What am I trying to say?
Like that competitive.
Try out the competitive side of disc golf.
Yes.
To try out the competitive side of disc golf.
That's it. Because it is a very different energy. It is an energy that I really thrive in.
Same.
I love that tournament. Like,
women support women.
Yes.
That is another difference.
And it's so niche, it's so much fun. Like being there that morning, that whole energy. Anyone who's done like any type of solo sport in the past, right? Like you can kind of channel all of that. But yeah, the Wells Branch, they often call it like a par 2 course, right? Yeah. Like they host mid-range Mondays there, so it's like putters and mids only. It's a great short course. Bunch of ace runs if you got it.
It's like I always say, it's great for beginners, and it's perfect for the people who have been playing for a while, because it's a great ego boost if you need it.
Yeah.
Or just to work on your upshot game, because that's so important in your game.
Probably the only course I've ever shot even on.
That's hilarious. Negative. That's what always makes me proud. Like, okay, I can do it.
Yeah, exactly. So Wells Branch is just great. The community takes really good care of it. It's got amazing stewards and like course, supporters. And so then the tournament is, like you said, like so good for everyone that's there.
Yeah.
Anytime there's someone new, right? Like the amount of support that like you see for them.
Exactly.
It's really great. So yeah, I'm excited for Wells Branch Women's Open.
And thank you, Brian Litke. I don't want to forget that, because he's the one who started that. Him and Denise. Right? They're the ones who started that. So originally, I appreciate y'all doing that. It obviously means a lot to us, and I cannot thank you enough for letting me be a part of it again this year. So that's super exciting.
Yeah, shout out to Brian, because that course constantly evolves.
It does, and he's the one behind the scenes.
He's the one behind like driving that. Like, it is so much work. They added new holes.
There's a lot of like red tape you have to do with on the. I didn't realize until
it's in the city of Austin. It's that Wells Branch mud that they have to work with, right? And to it's such a fun park, and for it to be so well kept and so well like taken care of,
a huge responsibility. Yeah. So
they just put in a like a return box.
Oh, and I love it. It's super cute.
It's so cute, and there are so many discs,
and they're on it though. Like every day, they're like, "Okay, here's what we have.
Yes,
let us know."
I'm like,
or if you lose a disc, Mike is the first one to be like, "I'm on it. Let me go find it."
Yes, I saw that. Yes, he's always. I just can't believe. Apparently, we lose a lot of discs.
I don't want to talk about
at Wells Branch.
I literally just lost one this last Thursday on our league, and that Pathfinder meant so much to us. So I'm hoping
we're gonna get it back.
Yes, huge shout out to Mike though, because he looks for all the lost discs, and I'm fingers crossed his magic works for my Pathfinder.
His name on social media is Wells Branch every day,
because he be there every day,
and he be there every day. And sure enough, I got contacted when my disc got lost.
Yeah.
And then we lost discs on Thursday, right? Angela lost one also. And I went and played with her Saturday morning, and she was like, "Oh, somebody already called me. They've already found my disc."
I love it.
Good.
And
so,
that return is amazing.
Yes.
Yes. And then what other tournaments? The whole Wildflower tour.
Yeah.
I think they have a couple more left. Like the Sunflower.
No, that's right. In Dallas. No, in Houston area. The Sunflower in the Houston area. Are we going to try to go to that?
I really want to try to go.
Let's try to go to that.
I have weekends off. I have to make this happen.
Okay.
I haven't played any. So yes,
let's try to go to that. Yeah, they're wrapping up, and I know that they just announced some changes, and I should probably know a little more about that. But I want to say the Sunflower is one of their last events for the tour.
There might be like one more.
Yes, right. There might be one more in there. I want to say there's 2 events left in general.
And then it's the championship.
The players party is going to be the WTF Open.
Mm-hmm.
And the closeout ceremonies for the Wildflower tour. Don't ask me where that is. It's at one of the ranches. Yes.
Is it, or are they doing it at Sprinkle Valley?
No.
Last time it was the ranch.
I want to say it's at the ranch.
We'll go with that.
The ranch disc golf course. Yeah. So that one they announced will be the start of the next tour points. The tournament that happens.
Makes sense.
Since they're making it kind of the players party and the closeout.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's their second year doing Wildflower Tour.
Mm-hmm.
It has only gotten better.
Yeah, I can't wait for next year.
The players party has, everyone is just having a great time. Mm-hmm. It's really cool because you see the local chapters from the surrounding metro areas, right? So you got the Houston ladies coming in, the Dallas ladies, the San Antonio ladies, the Austin, and it's so fun because it's like a mini reunion.
Just intermingled.
Yeah. It's every weekend, it's these little mini reunions, and it's hey, 2 weeks ago we talked about you were applying for a new job. How'd it go?
Us women, we gab a little bit too while we're playing. But we need that, the social camaraderie of it. It's great.
It makes such a difference.
It really does.
Such a difference, yeah.
It really does. Yeah. Well, Tiff, I cannot thank you enough for coming on for the very first episode, and like I said, helping me talk about all the awesome local events, and it just means a lot.
It was a lot of fun. I'm so excited for you to having this podcast.
Thank you.
I'll try to listen to it when I fall asleep. That's when I listen to podcasts.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But invite me anytime. Otherwise, we'll just talk off camera.
Yeah, nothing different. Awesome. Well, Mayhem Fam, that wraps it up for this episode. Do not forget to check out the next episode of Mayhem on the Course. Much love, y'all.